Hello my friends, your Ponyo here, and we're going to talk about which 5 cards will have the greatest impact after the TGT release. I'm definitely looking forward to that to see like if my predictions were right or not. We're going to start with the Twilight Guardian. I think he's going to be really awesome. I mean, he's a dragon for 2/6. That gets +1 if you have a dragon out. +1 attack and taunt. So you're going to have a 3/6 dragon for 4. And he's a dragon himself. So finally, all those dragon decks, they were playing like those Twilight Drakes, or they added a Hungry Dragon sometimes. So you did not really have like that 4-drop dragon you want to play. I mean, Twilight Drake is more or less okay, but in a Warlock it was like the perfect thing. Maybe in a priest to some point, but it didn't really fit. Also, the Hungry Dragon, yeah, you don't really want to play that and give your enemy card advantage. But the Twilight Guardian is really nice. He gets bonus from having a dragon in deck, and he's a dragon himself. And then just look at the stats. He's going to be a 3/6 taunter, so he's perfect to kill shredders. He's perfect to kill even a shade that got once buffed. He can kill the card draw, Acolyte of Pain, and he's, yeah, well, a patron blocker. So the 3/6 stats on the Twilight Guardian here is going to fit in a lot of, yeah, let's say mid-rangey, late-gamey dragon decks. And also that taunt is like so insane. I mean, if you play a dragon deck against aggro, more or less you have the problem with your 4-drop. It might be a dragon, yes, but it didn't have taunt. It was like a dragon with HP, which could get silenced, or it was a 4-drop dragon that might give your enemy even a minion. So it's like really bad, but having a taunter there is just like extremely nice. I mean, you can play the Twilight Guardian. You have a 3/6 taunter on 4. That's insanely nice. That's a Fen Creeper, more or less, for 4. So he's like really nice, and I want to see him in some dragon decks. I think you can definitely like Dragon Warrior somewhere. You can play Dragon Mage. He's gonna have a really nice fit in there, and I think he just is gonna impact the game. Like, he's gonna be problematic for aggro, and he can change the whole setup of some of the dragon decks. I'd even say like in some dragon token druid could also be a fitting thing. So that card is going to be really nice. Ronan, I love that dude a lot, and I have to say, for 8 mana, a 7/7 sounds from the beginning not so good, but I mean, at the like normally 7-drop or 6-drop, you had like a Toshley, and Toshley could add 1 spare part when he comes, 1 spare part when he dies. So great synergy with Flamewaker or with Antonidas. But those are only spare parts in the end, and he's a 5/7. I mean, Ronan, yes, he can get Big Game Hunter or Silence, but if you get that dude off turn 8, like really nice, you get 3 Arcane Missiles. That is, together with 1 Flamewaker, it's 9 damage plus 6, so 13 damage split among all enemies. So the thing is, even if a tempo mage game goes like slow, like you start early, have the tempo, you get out tempoed, so he slows down the game, but then you put down Ronan and he's able to kill him. Even if you big game hunters him, you get 9 damage in spells. I recently encountered that in the Tavern Brawl, and it's just like really interesting. Those 9 damage, even if they're split up, are definitely going to be something good, especially if you get that with Antonidas together, and that was always the thing, how Mage would win against every deck. So with an Antonidas, you could win, it doesn't matter how controlly something is, it even doesn't matter how aggro something is. Against aggro, you anyways have good cards in the end, but you can definitely, with those cards, turn a whole game around. It looks bad for you. You trade your Ronan in. Let's say you trade Ronan into a Nefarian, and then you just start throwing out the Arcane Missiles right afterwards. And then you just rampage the whole enemy's board and wrestle back board control. That is extremely nice. And yeah, Ronan is going to impact definitely Mage a lot. And well, you have to look out for this. I mean, silencing it is nice, but after you silence it, you need a Big Game Hunter it. So there's already 2 cards wasted to already kill one. If you just Big Game Hunter it, you give your enemy 9 damage. So it's like really fickle here at that point. You could Siphon Soul it, but then 9 damage. If he goes for 9 face damage with this, I mean, you Siphon Soul because your board is empty. Let's say you're playing like that OTK Warlock I play recently a lot. You Siphon Soul it, he gets that, and then Arcane Missiles, Arcane Missiles, Arcane Missiles, Fireball, Frostbolt, Ice Lance. I don't know why that would be in a freeze mage or some new kind of tempo mage, annoying tempo stuff. But Ronan is going to be absolutely amazing. We also have Varian Wrynn. First of all, he looks amazing. Love that card. But his effect is just insane for Warrior. He's definitely going to fit perfectly in that spot where you usually play it. You had Nefarian in there, Alexstrasza, Izera. So that spot, like, of one of those three dragons can definitely be taken by a Varian Wrynn. Some Warriors recently had Deathwing also. And the really amazing thing about Varian Wrynn is, it's the final reason to actually win when you reach turn 10. Normally, as a control warrior, even if you reach turn 10, it's not guaranteed that you like out-controlled your enemy and you might pull it off. Even against a hunter, it could still be a really, really big problem. But the thing is, you're going to draw 3 cards, so that's amazing. For 10 mana, 3 cards, and a 7/7 out, so a good body plus 3 cards in your hand. That's nice. And those 3 cards, if they are minions, also go on the board. So you're most likely going to get 1 minion, and in a control warrior, they are rather 5 to 7 drops. So you're going to have, like, with a Belcher already, a 10, 12 board value for 10. So, like a Taunter. So you get a 7/7 plus a 3/5 Taunter. That is insane. And if you get more than 1 minion, like 2, double insane. I mean, you pull off Ragnaros, for example, or you pull out Baron Geddon, I don't know, stuff like that. Just amazing things, or some Inspire minions even. I mean, you could have like a Kodo Rider in, for example, and just pull that out. If Varian Wrynn costs only 8 from Thar, then you know what I mean. It's definitely something amazing, and he just fills your board, and it's like a really turnaround. So it's like you have 1 minion, he has 1 minion, you have 1 minion, he has 1 minion, and then bam, Varian Wrynn finally, and you have suddenly 3 minions on the board and another card in hand. And it also builds your deck to draw into further things. So if you really reach against turn 10, you reach turn 10 against mid-range Druid, Priest, Paladin, stuff like that, you can just buy this 1 card turned around. I mean, you can on turn 9 play a Brawl, 1 minion survives, you kill that, he plays another minion or 2, bam, Varian Wrynn, and then you just have it on the board, you know? I mean, he could big game hunter Varian Wrynn, for example, but you still have drawn 3 cards and potentially got 1, 2, or 3 minions out. It's going to be really, really nice to see that Control Warrior finally has like that. I mean, you have Izera, and Izera was often the hope. Play her out, get the 5 damage from Izera Awakens, turn around the game. That was your hope. But that's only a 1 out of 4 from the dream cards. And Varian Wrynn is like, you play him on turn 10, you hope that you most likely get another minion, if not 2, and you could play like Control, Taunt, Warrior, absolutely. I mean, recently, a lot of players, I mean, with all those cards that Taunt benefits from in a Warrior, could be a thing. And that's like the thing, you play Varian, get 2 Taunters, and boom, you're safe. It's like not, even if you have if you have 5 minutes against you, or 4 minions, this could be like just the turnaround. Easier than, or highly likely than Izera will be. So Varian is definitely going to be amazing. We are having the Tusker Totemic. He is insane somewhere. You pull him out on turn 3, and that was like always the thing. What do you do on turn 3 as a shaman? Okay, what were like the 3 cards? Okay, you can play Manatite Totem, draw a card. You can play a Unleash the Hounds, like your Spirit Wolves, get 2/2/3s. And then you're overloaded by 2 and you cannot play it. You can tops play like a 2-drop, or if you coin it out, you can play something for 1. So it was always like, or the Unbound Elemental in the end. The Shaman didn't have like so many 3-drops for a mid-range Shaman. Some Shamans also play Power Maze, but the thing is, you didn't have something where you say, yeah, that's my 3-drop, I always want to play on turn 3. But the Tusker Totemic is like fitting in perfectly there. You want to coin that dude out. You want to play him on turn 3, 100%. I mean, he gets out only 3/2 for 3, but he can kill the most 3-drops like this. I mean, often against Patron Warrior, for example, you can kill his card draw, and you could get Taunt, Heal, Flame Tongue, Mana Type. You can get everything. You can get a friggin' Totem Golem from this and have a 3/4 out. So you get like for 3, 6/6 board value. It's really insane, and it just fits perfectly in that Shaman mid-rangey. If you play against Control, you just put down more. He's like a one-man army. Even if he only puts down 1 totem, and it's a 0/2 totem, you already have 2 minions out. That makes a Flame Tongue totem 7 attack already, if you put that in between. That makes a Totem Carver already a 5/5. you know, turn 2 you make a totem against Control Warrior or Priest if he's not getting anything out. Or the enemy Wild Grows is on turn 2, and boom, you go for a totem, Tusker Totemic, and then you already have like some really, really good board out of nowhere. So a Shaman just finally can go for more things, or finally can get the board control. I mean, if you put that dude down together with a 5-drop, that Kodo, for 3/6, for 5. That makes your totems bigger. On turn 10, you put down the Tusker Totemic, you put down that Kodo, and you press your hero ability. You would have 4 minions out, 2 totems that get buffed, so at least 2 attack totems, maybe 1 taunter, maybe a 2/3 totem also, a 3/6 and a 3/2. So like this, it's a turn 10 play, where you say, even in a control versus control matchup, you just make your enemy scared by this. Even if he has like a good board out, you can bam put that in and already have something out. He has to think about, oh good lord, I need to kill that Kodo, but he's a 3/6, he's hard to kill. But then, oh lord, I should also kill the totems. If he has a totem carver, for example, or something like that, he gets even stronger. So it comes like out of nowhere as a shaman. He can create good boards in a short amount of time, and that just makes it so special. And I really like the Tusker Totemic there, where it goes for that. The last one we get, in my opinion, is the Dakota Rider. That dude is really interesting. I mean, a lot of people don't like him. I don't know why, but he's just really nice in any control deck, even those mid-ranger decks. I mean, you put down a 3-drop, a 4-drop, a 5-drop, a 6-drop, so the enemy has to deal with 3, 4, 5, and then on turn 6, boom, Dakota Rider. And if he doesn't, it's like, you need to remove that instantly. You already wasted a Fireball for your 5-drop because it was Nexus Champion Sarad, for example, and then Dakota Rider. And if that dude stays out for 1 turn, every deck gets out of control. Every deck. I mean, you had it, for example, against Midrange Paladin. Midrange Paladin was always an annoying deck. It could always come back from nowhere. It can always create those 1/1s, taunt those 1/1s, quartermaster those 1/1s, and hurt you. Turn 8, turn 9, turn 10, turn 30 later, if the game goes on for a long, long, long time. But the Dakota Rider is a neutral card. He fits like into everywhere. In Shaman, in Druid, in Paladin itself, Warrior. It can fit in slightly everywhere. And the thing is, on turn 8, you create a board that is scary. I mean, you make a 6/10 minion for 8 mana. And that is scary somewhere, especially if you don't kill that board right away. If you do this behind a taunter, if you do this, however, you have to kill the Dakota Rider, or next turn, it's already going to be a 9/15 board value. It just continues to be amazing. And this is like the thing. You play against mid-range Paladin, and it's often like a giving and taking. You clear his board, he clears your board, minion trades into minion. And then you start Dakota Rider, hero ability. Boom. And the thing is, yeah, how do you want to kill 5 HP? Swipe, hero ability. You need already hero ability. True Silver Champion, not enough. A Shield Slam could kill it. But a Death Bite without Whirlwind, not enough. So you could have the Death Bite, congratulations. You hit that Dakota Rider once, boom, he makes another one. And that could already be a Taunt Totem. So he has a 3/1, 3/5, 3/5, or he gets a Heal Totem, and then you have to hit that minion again, and you have 2, 3, 4s against you. So they're weapons that can kill it, or spells, but often it ends up also, yes, you can deal 4, but can you deal more? Frostbolt also not enough. Frostbolt Ping, he survives. Fireball Death, but if you waste a Fireball on that, 6 mana creature, Fireball wasted, it's okay at some point. The Dakota Rider is going to have a really nice mid-range impact. I think I'm definitely going to play him in 1 or 2 decks. I also see him somewhere in a Warlock. I mean, in the Warlock, you life tab, you have Twisting Nether, you just delete a complete board, then you put down a Dakota Rider, hero ability, next turn Argus, taunt them up. Things like that. I mean, if you innervate that dude out. People are saying innervate Thordan is sick, because it makes your hand lesser cost. But imagine innervate Dakota Rider is a 3/5 on turn 2. Your enemy is on turn 3. How is he going to kill a Dakota Rider? Not at all. He could silence it, tops. If he doesn't kill it, Dakota Rider, boom, 3/5. Then he doesn't kill it for another turn, boom, another 3/5. Then he kills it, but there's still the other 3/5s on the board. It's not to compare with the Thordan. I mean, the Thordan makes your other cards lower cost. Congratulations, but if you have a crappy hand, or if you have a spell heavy hand, that's it. You're not going to get creatures early out. But for the Dakota Rider, you only need to use your hero ability, and it goes insane, insane, and more insane. And that's what I love so much about that card. those were my predictions for the Grand Tournament. I really hope to see some of those cards working out. Do you like think my opinion is right there? Do you have your own opinion? Which cards do you think will have the biggest impact? Definitely comment below here and see if we can have a nice discussion if you think those cards will be good or not. Definitely looking forward to the Grand Tournament. It's going to be released at the 24th. They finally did an official post there. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon again on stream.